This video will show the latest updates on the shared access server implemented as part of phase 2 of the 5G Records project. First, we now support registration of base stations and creation of leases within the French territory, and this demo is performed in Sofia Antipolis area. For simplicity, we assume that 2 channels of 10 MHz are available for sharing spectrum, and that the granularity of a local license is the city. The existing local licenses are listed in this table. In this example, the 2 licenses which are available in Sofia Antipolis area are owned by Orange operator. This means that Orange is allowed to deploy base stations anywhere within this area. Now, with the introduction of leases, one way for an operator to benefit from an investment in a local license is to lease part of his license to other users during the lifetime of this license. And our shared access server is now able to synchronize with the lease database, as I will show right away. Here we start the synchronization, and typically this operation can be done on a daily basis so that the shared access server is always up to date with the latest leases. Synchronization is now completed, and here we can see the list of existing leases. 3 of them are associated with the Sofia Antipolis area, 1 on channel 2 and 2 on channel 1. Now on the map we can see in purple the 2 leases associated with the local license of channel 1. And we can also see the protection zones within each lease in blue color. In this example, each lease shown on the screen is associated with a different operator. This means that the shared access server will have to protect the protection zones in blue of each operator from the interferences caused by its neighbors, as was demonstrated during phase 1 of the project. Now, let's assume that a new operator wishes to use spectrum at Eurecom premises, which corresponds to the area in the middle of the screen. The operator can use our shared access server to first identify which channels are available for leasing in this area. For example, here on the screen we can see that the Eurecom premises are available for leasing, since no current lease overlaps with the area. However, on channel 2 here we can see that there is already a lease which overlaps with Eurecom premises. The operator can then use our tool to draw the exact borders of the intended lease, as shown here. And once the contour is satisfying, the operator can register the new lease in our system. In real life, this operation would be performed following first a transaction with the operator who owns the license, and following this transaction the lease would be registered in the database of the regulator. Now that the new lease in purple has been created, the operator can create protection zones within the boundaries of this lease in order to be protected from interferences. One potential challenge with the use of local licenses and leases is the fragmentation of deployments on the territory. If there are many different operators within a given area, users may end up with an allowed maximum transmission power which is not satisfying, since each user needs to protect its neighbors from interferences. On this figure we can see a simplified view of spectrum usages on the given area. The rectangles correspond to local licenses and the other polygons to actual deployments. If there are multiple channels available, for example in the case of CBRS we have 10 channels available for local licenses, one way to mitigate the issue caused by fragmentation can be to dynamically assign the frequency associated with each local license based on neighboring deployments at a given time. And as part of this project, we filed a patent which enables to find an optimal assignment of frequencies for each local license among all possible combinations. The method we created is relying on the core functionality of the shared access server, which is to estimate interferences from one given deployment on the neighboring protection zones. The use of FLEASes in the CBRS band is starting in 2022, and the features we developed in the 5G Record project will be leveraged in our SaaS operating in the US.